Good morning, Endeavour. A very happy Thursday to you. And here we are again with our class novel, The Fire Thief by Terry Deary. And today we are on chapter 3. And we are back in Greece in the dawn of time, just as we were on Monday. However, this time we are 5 minutes later. And we still don't fully know who our writer is, do we? Let's see if we find out today. You may remember we left Prometheus 1,000,000 years before my time, walking down the mountain, free at last. You may also remember he was spotted by a passing swan. He knew the swan was Zeus in disguise, and then, just when you were wondering what happened next, I stopped the story of Prometheus to tell you my story. You don't have to wonder any longer. Here is what happened next. The swan swooped and landed in front of Prometheus. You could see by the sag in the young man's shoulders he was sickened by the sight of that swan. It was a look that spelled defeat. The young man had spent 200 years chained to that rock, having his liver torn from his body every single morning. He had smiled, even laughed through the hideous pain, but now he was in despair. "Hello, cousin," he sighed. The swan shimmered in the sunlight, and beneath the feathers you could see the shape of the god Zeus. "Hello, Prometheus. Going somewhere?" The young man tried his liver-losing smile. "Just for a little walk." "Ah," Zeus nodded and threw off the swan wings. "I hate walking. Hate it. I prefer to fly myself." Prometheus looked bitter. "Just a pity you were flying past this mountain this morning and caught me," he said quietly. In fact, it was so quiet you could have heard the butterfly that flapped past the god and his cousin. Zeus shook his head. "You don't understand, Theus. When you killed the Avenger, the Fury, it didn't just die without a trace. It sent a spark into the sky that showed me it was dead. We gods may die, but we always go out with a brilliant spark. Didn't you know that?" Prometheus shook his head. "I'm a Titan. Only a half-god," he said. "Maybe I don't have that power." "But you do, cousin. Every morning when you die, you give out a brilliant spark. I watch for it from Olympus, you know," the great god explained. Theus screwed up his face, puzzled. "You saw one of those sparks, those dying sparks, this morning when the Fury died? How did you know that wasn't me?" Zeus's face was brilliant and beautiful, bright as the sun, and so large it seemed to fill the gaze of Prometheus. It was almost a human face that looked pleased with itself. "When a god dies, it goes out with a golden spark. When a human dies, it goes out with a miserable blue light." "And me?" "Half and half, my cousin. Mix blue and yellow, and what do you get?" "Purple." Zeus sighed. "One day those pitiful human creatures will invent a torment for their young. They will call it a school. They will fasten lots of their youngsters into a small room and force them to learn facts." "How cruel!" Theus cried. "If they fail, will they have their livers ripped out?" "Worse," Zeus roared. "They'll be told they are worthless and made to feel useless. They'll be shown up as failures, and they will live their lives with the scorn of their friends, and they will be given new names." "Names?" "Names like dunce, duffer, clot, clodpole, blockhead, nitwit, numbskull, fool, and fathead." "The words hurt," Theus nodded. "But why are you telling me this?" "Because you are Prometheus, the pudding-head, Theseus, the thicko. One day those school brats will be taught that yellow and blue makes green. Even the daftest dunce will know that. Your spark is green. You are half god and half human. You didn't know that gold and blue make green. Maybe I should send you into the future in the shape of a little child and send you to school. Maybe I should make you suffer the cruelty of the classroom," Zeus said slyly. The young man's eyes widened. "No, cousin, no. Send me back to the rock. Let me have my liver ripped out, my heart, my lungs, my eyes, my tongue twice a day, but please don't make me go to a school." Zeus tilted his handsome head to one side. "Theus, you are a rash and foolish Titan." "A bumpkin," Theus nodded. "You took fire from the gods and you gave it to those humans. Look down the valley." Prometheus turned his head and looked over the grey-green slopes to the woods below. Amber flames leapt from the clearing, and humans ran like ants to feed their fire with torn tree trunks and broken branches. A breeze caught the rising smoke and sent it curling towards his nose. He sniffed. He coughed. This is just the start, Zeus said. One day the world will be filled with their flames and choked with their smoke. Birds will fall from the sky because the air will be poisoned with the fumes. The earth will be smothered by a blanket of fog that will hold in the heat and melt the iciest wastes. The old earth will flood and drown, and it's your fault, Theseus. Why did you give them fire? Theus spread his hams. They're such clever creatures and I love them. Titans, gods and humans were all made from the dust of ancient stars. We are all cousins. I don't want human cousins, Zeus said sourly. The gods gave the beasts fur and the animals feathers, but he left humans unfinished. So the poor hairless things have to huddle in cold caves. I gave them fire to warm them up. Zeus frowned and a thundercloud rumbled over his head. The cloud grew great and grey until it blotted out the sun. There was a flicker of lightning and rain fell from the cloud till it soaked the human fire in the valley. Steam hissed from the charred wood and made rainbows in the air. Zeus roared, "Rah!" and the earth shook. The humans ran and hid in the forest. The gods are the heroes, Zeus cried. We are the great ones. We rule the world, these human vermin, worse than rats and snakes and the locusts that scattered on the earth to tease them. Humans can be heroes too, Prometheus argued. Zeus blinked. The clouds began to clear and the sun shone through. Humans can't be heroes. You can search to the end of time and not find me one good human hero, the god spat. Give me a chance, Theus said. A chance? A challenge? I like that, my cousin, a little sport. Life can get boring on Olympus, you know. I may just grant your wish, give you a chance. The god laughed and the humble humans in the valley below trembled, for the laugh sounded like a howl of a massive man-munching monster. They feared they were for breakfast. Well, Endeavour, I'll see you tomorrow. Friday. And our chapter tomorrow. We are back in Eden City again in 1858 on exactly the same evening. Have a great day and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.